I was scrolling the other day and I came across a video by Patty DeBruff, and she is Margot Robbie's makeup artist. She's been doing Margot's makeup for the premieres. It really reminds me of the initial trailer for the Barbie movie, the one where it's a really big shot and it pans up to her. And Patty goes through what she did for Margot's makeup, so I'm going to be following that today. And I'm going to go see Barbie tomorrow, so if I like how it turns out, this is going to be my makeup for it. Now, she doesn't do priming or the face makeup, she just goes straight in with eyeshadow and lips. So I'm going to be using my ordinary primer, and then I'm going to start following her after I've got my base down. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. I feel like it's a very natural coverage that she has, so I'm just going to sort of go in with a layer of this and then conceal any red areas. I have honestly absolutely loved the whole Barbie campaign. I think it is so nostalgic. I mean, to be honest, like, I wasn't much of a Barbie girl. I used to do Polly Pockets. If you know, you know. I'm gonna conceal under my eyes with the Glossier concealer. And then of course you've got the whole Barbie and Oppenheimer drama. I'm actually not doing a double feature. Let me know if you are, and obviously let me know which one's your favourite. But I have work later that day, so I don't really want to spend my entire day at work and at the movies. But my boyfriend is, because he absolutely loves this whole thing and he's very excited. Normally do brows first, but as they're not in Patty's tutorial, I'm just gonna get them out of the way. Okay, so brows are on, and now we're gonna do eyeshadow. So she uses a lot of cream products, which I don't have many cream eyeshadows, so I'm gonna be using just a powder. But she uses like a taupe color, so I'm gonna be taking this shade here, and she takes it very, very lightly and just puts it into the crease. So I'm just taking, like, I'm even going to brush some off. I just want a tiny amount. I think it's really interesting watching celebrity makeup artists, because it's quite different in the way that it's very much layering really small amounts of product to get like a really flawless look, which is quite different to how normally, I mean, I do quite bold things, and I think everyday makeup we tend to just sort of go in quite heavy. So it's quite cool to see someone be really delicate with how they work. So I'm literally just putting a tiny bit just to kind of hollow out the crease. So next on the lid, she takes a beige and she pops that just on the lid to kind of act as a primer, I guess. So I'm going to use the Plouise base, and I'm just going to go in with my fingers, because again, it's quite soft how she does it all. It's not any harsh lines on the makeup look. And I'm just popping that all over the lid, so we've still got where I've hollowed it out. So next she takes a light pink shimmer and dusts it over the eyelid. I'm gonna sort of mix this shade here and this one together to try and get a pearlescent pink. And then I'm just gonna dab that on my eye. Again, I just feel like the way she applies it is very soft, so I don't really want to go in heavy with this. Just want to get like the slightest pink tinge. Okay, then to finish the lid, she takes a champagne and just pops it on the center. This is like, I've had this palette for so many years. I feel like it's just sort of every color you need, really. Okay, she then takes a really pale, I think it's a cream, maybe a white, and pops it on the waterline. So I'm just gonna run this through. And she really emphasizes blending it out so that you've not got a harsh white line afterwards. This is the Made by Mitchell case. I finally bought it, and then I just bought another one because I really liked it. I think it's really good because it's just, they dry down really quickly and they're just really versatile. She just applies some coats of mascara and curls the lashes. I don't know where my mascara is. I've already curled my lashes. So I'm gonna go in with the Milk Mascara and just do a few coats. So now we're gonna move on to contouring and blush. She uses a very warm bronzy color and just does that on like the hollows of the cheeks and around the forehead. It's quite a bronzed look, so I'm gonna sort of go in with a little bit and just keep adding more. I'm gonna just do the jaw as well and bring it slightly into my neck just to make sure that my face doesn't look any darker. I'm curious like how many, like I'm pretty sure she's probably wearing a wig for it. I don't know, I couldn't really find out like a ton of information. I think a lot of like stuff will probably come out once the film is released. But it's like with Harry Potter, like I remember watching something where for the first, I think first one, maybe two films, they kept bleaching Tom Felton's hair, and then they had to just stop doing it because it was falling out because it was so blonde. So then they just sort of switched to wigs about halfway through. Okay, so now for blush, it is obviously pink. So I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of the cheeks. And this is also just gonna help sort of blend together the bronzer as well. So I'm just focusing it there, and we're just doing it on the cheeks. It is quite a heavy blush that she does compared to everything else, which is quite light. I feel like the skin definitely has quite a bit of color. Okay, so she then finishes by putting some powder on the skin, just on the center pretty much, to just keep that matte. I'm just making sure to pop it under my eyes as well. Okay, so we're just gonna do some highlighter for the face, and then it's just the lips. So I feel like I sounded I'm Canadian. She does two kind of highlighters. She does a clear one and then a champagne one. I don't have a clear one, so I'm just sort of gonna go in with a champagne. But I think the reason she does this is that she just wants to add a glow in one area, and then she wants to just make bits pop right on the center. So she sort of puts the clear one a bit further out and then the champagne on the highest point. So I'm assuming that's just to give it a more subtle blended look. So what I'm going to do is just sort of go in with the champagne one and then just really blend it out to try and sort of mimic that effect. So she just does tops of the cheeks, a bit on the brow, and then she also does the lip, Cupid's bow. So I'm just taking a clean brush and just blending over where I put the highlighter, just to make sure that it's not got a harsh line on it. The lips are actually the bit that I found the most interesting. So she layers a lot of different reds, and she says this is for staying power. She also mixes the tones. So she does what does she do? She does like a cool tone red as the base, and then she applies a more orangey red on top, and I guess this just gives it a lot more dimension as a color. So what she does is she stains the lips first. So I'm just gonna use the Dr. Purple one. She then takes a pencil and outlines the lips. It looks like she focuses pretty much just on the center, and it looks like quite a true red that she's using for the lining. So now she goes in with an orangey red for the lipstick. I only really own quite cool toned or neutral red shades. I just prefer them on myself. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this lip kit here, and I'm going to mix this red, and I'm going to just add a little bit of an orange tone just to sort of warm it up a bit. She drops that in the middle of the lips. So in the video, she actually goes in with another color on top. I love how extra these lips are. They're like so many steps. So what I'm actually just going to do, because it's a glossy red she pops on top, I'm just going to go back in with the Dr. Purple one that I used to start with, because that's got a really nice gloss to it. So this is technically the makeup done. I really love how it turned out. It's giving me sort of a 40s glamour vibe. I really like it, but I'm going to do my hair and then show you the look all put together, and yeah. Okay guys, so this is me in my Barbie-esque outfit. I really enjoyed doing this makeup tutorial. I really love looking at other makeup artists' work and just seeing what you can take from them and learn from them. Let me know if you enjoyed this, and if you go see Barbie, let me know what you're going to be wearing, how you're going to dress, and yeah, let's